Part 7, representation of functions. So the function can be represented by four ways. So first one is a set of order pair, second one is a table form, third one is an arrow diagram, and fourth one is the graphical form. So very first we will see what is a set of order pairs. So here order pair is nothing but it is the Cartesian product. So Cartesian product means we need the two non-empty set, that is I took here as a capital A as a non-empty set, another one set as a capital B. So here the capital A contain the element X and the capital B contain the element Y. So X and Y can be written as the order pair. So order pair means the first element belong to the capital A and the second element belong to the capital B. So now the f that is the function can be defined as y equal to f of x, where x belong to capital A. So for example, say here capital A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So the capital A contain the 4 element and the capital B contain 5 element, that is 2, 5, 8, 11, 14. So next we have to represent the functions. How the function is represented? F of x equal to 3x minus 1. For this we have to write the order pair. So how can we write the order pair? F of x equal to 3x minus 1. So first substitute the x value. What is the x value here? First x value, it is 1. So f of 1 equal to 3 into 1 minus 1. So 3 into 1 is 3. 3 minus 1, 2. So f of 1 value is 2. So that is the set of b value, right? Then took the next x value as 2. So f of 2 equal to 3 into 2 minus 1. 3 into 2, that is 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. So next that should be the second element in b value. Next one is take the x value as 3. So f of 3 equal to 3 into 3 minus 1, that is 9 minus 1 equal to 8. So that is the third element in the set B. Next you have to take the fourth element, that is the 4. So f of 4 equal to 3 into 4 minus 1, which is equal to 11. So that is the fourth element in the B. So now we can write the order pair. So how can you write the order pair? So the first element from the set A and the second element from the set B. So 1, 2, then 2, 5, then 3, 8, then 4, 11. So these are the order pairs. Next one is a tabular form. So what is the table form? We have to write the value of x and the respective image of f that can be written in the table form. For example, consider the two set. One is the capital A and another one is the capital B. So these two set are the non-empty set. Then the function can be written as a to b and f of x equal to 3x minus 1. So that means whenever I substitute the value for x 1, 2 and 3 and 4, I get the value as 2, 5, 8, 11 and 14. That means the set of A contain the element as x. Then the set of B contain the element as the image of x. That means one for the element 1, what is the image? 2. For the element 2, the image is a 5. For the element 3, the image is a 8. For the element 4, the image is a 14. So how can you write this in the table? So first you have to write the x. So what are the x values? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So what are the f of x values? The f of x values are set of element in the B. So you have to write it as 2, 5, 8 and 11. So this is the table form for representing the function. So next one is an arrow diagram. So what is an arrow diagram? So the element of the domain of f and their respective image that should be indicated by an arrow. So for example, consider the two set capital A and capital B. These two set are the non-empty set. Then f is the function from A to B, that is f of x equal to x by 2 minus 1. So here A represent the domain of the element, and b represent the image of the domain values. So that is for the element for the domain 2, what is the image? 0. For the domain 4, the image is the 1. For the element 6, the image is the 2. For the element 10, the image is the 4. So how can you represent in the diagram? So you should give the arrow mark from A to B. So from 2 to 0, 4 to 1, 6 to 2, 10 to 4, and 12 to 5. So this is the arrow diagram. Next one is a graph. So if I want to represent any function in the graph, first you have to write the ordered form. So in the ordered form, the first element represent the x-axis, that is the x-axis in the horizontal line, and the second element represent the y-axis. Y-axis will be represented in the vertical line. So next, in a graph, every function can be represented by the graph. At the same time, all the curve will need not to be represented as a functions. So for example, if f is the function from a to b, then f of x equal to x by 2 minus 1, where a equal to set of elements are given, b for b the some set of elements are given. So I need to represent the function in a graph. What is the first point? We have to write the order pair. So what is the order pair? So the first element you have to write it from a, and the second element from the b. So 2 comma 0, 4 comma 1, 6 comma 2, then 10 comma 4, 12 comma 5. So these elements should be represented in these order pair should be represented in the graph. So the first element, that is the x-axis. So you have to took, where is the 2? Here. So the 2 is the positive number. That means you have to move on to the right side of the 0. So it will be here. So 2 will be denoted here. So what is the y value? Y value will be 0. That means it lies on the x-axis itself. So it should be plotted here, 2 comma 0. So what is the second order pair? 4 comma 1. So the x value is 4 and y value is 1. So you have to move right side of the 0, that is you will be here at the 4. So it will be here. So what is the y value? Y value will be 1. So from x you have to move 1. So it will be reach here. So this is 4 comma 1. So what is the third order pair? It is 6 comma 2. So it is also, the 6 is a positive value. So you have to move on the right side of 0. So 6 will be here. From 6 the y value is 2. So you have to move 2 steps up. So you will be here. So this is the 2, 6 comma 2. Next one is at 10 comma 4. So in x-axis you have to plot the 10, and y-axis you have to plot the 4. So it will be here. So these two meet at this point, 10 comma 4, and then 12 comma 15. So in x-axis you have to move the plot the point 12. From that you have to move the y-axis. So what is the y-axis value? It will be 5. So from you have to plot here. So here the point will be 12 comma 5. So join these all the point, you will get one straight line. Next one is a vertical line test. So what is meant by vertical line test? If we want to determine whether the given graph is a function or not, for that we will use the test. That test is called as the vertical line test. So vertical line means you have to draw the line parallel to the y-axis. Which is the y-axis? This is the y-axis. For this y-axis you have to draw one parallel line. So if the parallel line intersect at most only one point at the graph, then we said the given graph is a function. If it intersect more than one point in the graph, then we said the graph is not a function. Why if it intersect more than one point, we said it is not a function? Because the function contains each and every input should have only one output, so that only the vertical line should intersect at most one point. So see some example here. So first one is, see the first figure. In this figure a graph is drawn. So for that we are drawing one vertical line. So this vertical line intersect only one point. So it will be intersect here. Either if I draw the vertical line in this side, so it also intersect at only one point. So that the given graph is a function. Okay, so see the next figure. In this figure, I am drawing the vertical line here. So here it will intersect 2 points here and here. So if it intersect more than 1 point, then it is not a function. If I draw the vertical line this side, again that time also it will intersect more than 1 point. So it's not a function. Then again the third figure. So here also I am drawing one vertical line. So here the vertical line intersect 2 point. So whenever if I draw the vertical line this side, so here also it will intersect the 2 points. So that this figure is also not a function.